Well, good morning, guys. My name is Emmanuel, and this is my incredible wife, Effie, and it is our privilege to host this week's Good News section. And just a reminder before we dive into the good news, we will be at the Hoyt Cinema next week for our combined Sunday worship service starting at 9 a.m., but to be there by 8:30 a.m. Well, guys, just diving into it because there's so many incredible news going around the world at this moment. We'll bring you greetings, firstly from London ICC. Greetings from London. Michael Williamson reports that they had an awesome start to the week following the amazing Jubilee as they saw 3 added to their number. The first was Fiona. Fiona is an amazing 16 years old student and the sister of Dora, who was recently baptized. Fiona studied the Bible and showed maturity well beyond her years in taking a stand for the truth as her father is a pastor in another church. That is an incredible thing. She quickly made herself a part of the family, declaring Jesus as Lord at the Friday campus devotional with her parents in present.
Come on, Fiona.
Please pray that they can continue to baptize and even convert the parents of Fiona as well. Next, they also had a baptism of an amazing Italian single named Francisca. He's a fireball and is definitely poised for the Italian mission team that will be sent out in the future. Also in Amsterdam, Michael reports that in the Amsterdam church, they saw a mighty restoration. It was a restoration of Michael, who was baptized in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin ICOC church in 1989. Wow. But because of the lack of sin confession that permeated in his life over the years, he fell away sadly. He tried to return to the ICOC, but the lack of conviction and Bible teaching left him completely confused. There was no studies or discipleship, just a simple welcome back. It wasn't soon before sin crept back into his life, back into his marriage, and Michael desperately reached out to the sold-out movement of God, where he was then restored in Amsterdam.
Come on.
That is an incredible news, isn't it?
It is.
Awesome. Guys, next we'll take you to New York. And reporting directly from the New York church, Luke Speckman, the leader of the New York ICC, shares that coming out of the Jubilee has simply been amazing for them. And it says, aside from the great honor and joy of being able to release the first episode of the Good News Network, which we all watched last week, the Lord also blessed them with 10 additions. That's incredible. And it was 10 additions in 9 days, more than daily baptisms.
Come on.
In addition, Luke adds that, although all baptisms are special, there was truly a special baptism. Luke's son was baptized. Luke's son was baptized 6 years ago at the age of 13. When he fell away, he told them that he had lied and not dealt with the secret sins that was sadly in his heart. So they knew that when he would be baptized again, and they would have to make sure that they got all the sins out. When his dorm closed in March and he came to live with Luke Speckman and his wife, they began to pray that he could become a Christian. They prayed fervently. God heard their prayers and they studied the Bible with him and he was baptized. What an incredible news.
That's incredible. Next, I bring you good news from Manila ICC. In the Manila ICC, God gave them 8 additions, which were 7 baptisms and 1 restoration. Also, all the churches for Southeast Asia are gearing up for a BYND August 30th so that we can have a September to remember. Next, I bring you good news from our incredible church in Dubai. Miguel reports a fantastic story that after last rounds of sharing in prayer that God would lead them to open people. The disciples, Mike, Sheila, Carmen, and Ned Lamb, our very own, decided to get 25-cent ice cream cones at Burger King, but unfortunately the machine was broken. They went to the next door store, Chick King, to find ice cream, and there they met Desmond and his friend Okens, both from south of Nigeria. Desmond was invited to Zoom Bible talk and church service. He started the Bible studies with the men, Mike, Samuel, Joshua, Julius, and Ned. As always, we challenge visitors to read the Bible with their own convictions daily, and surely the words of God enlightened Desmond's understanding. He broke up his relationship with his girlfriend after reading John 3, Nicodemus' story, that he needed to be born again. Desmond was on fire that he saw the true gospel and love from the kingdom. God blessed him with a job right before his baptism, and on Friday, August 14, he traveled 4 hours one way to finish his last study and get baptized at the sunset in the Persian Gulf water. He safely returned to his work accommodation at 12 a.m. and started working the next day with great joy.
Come on.
Also, there was very special baptism because Mimansa at 12 years and 10 months became the youngest person to be baptized in the Dubai ICC history. Her amazing parents, Praveen and Angel, supported her on her big decision.
That is incredible to hear. Good to see Nate doing great work in Dubai. Next, guys, we'll take you to Tampa Bay ICC. And greetings from Tampa Bay. Jared reports that they had an incredible baptism this week. A fruit from the labor of 3 different churches. Wow. Syracuse, Gainesville, and finally, Tampa Bay.
Oh my.
The new sister name is Kiara, and whose ex-boyfriend was baptized in the mighty Syracuse church. Was a valedictorian in Virginia Union University with a major in biomedical science, and now is working on her master's at USF, University of South Florida in Tampa Bay. What a talented baptism that is.
Come on.
Now, next, guys, we'll take you to Chicago. We'll take you there, and John Cousin reports that the Lord blessed them with 3 incredible additions. 1 baptism and a wonderful couple placed membership. They're excited to have 4 on this week's harvest list and praying for each of those to be baptized. It's incredible to have that vision. John also reports that the excitement of one of the baptisms, he writes that the baptism was by far the most fired up baptism that he has seen in decades. That is a big statement right there. She's an extremely fired up new sister about Jesus. Immediately after her baptism, she took to social media to let the world know that she had just been baptized into Christ. Within hours, she had 4,000 views, 362 comments from people all over social media. Congratulations on your baptism, sister. And lastly, guys, we'll take it to Africa with Andrew Smelly reporting that God blessed the efforts of the saints in Nigeria as he added as God added 2 more baptisms this week in each of the regions of the Lagos church. Guys, with that brings us to the end of this round of good news. It's always fantastic to share good news, see old friends doing incredible things, but to just see a complete list of the good news, because there's so much more that God is doing. Head to our Sydney church, which is sydneyicc.org, and you will get to see incredible loads and loads of amount of good news. But with that, that is all from my wife and I. We love you guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.